Everybody, of course, you're on the pre-recorded version of WFSO After Dark, and after you guys over here, you're both on WFSO After Dark Live on Twitch and also on YouTube. So, triple the pleasure, triple the fun. But anyways, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the Bucks game that kind of ended like, a little bit over a half an hour ago. We're going to talk about that. Let's just see if there's some interesting wrestling news going on. I did not watch Dynamite tonight because, the Bucks game. Basketball is my first love, and I mean, when it comes to sports. You thought I was going to say something else. But, anyways, of course, basketball is my first love in sports, and second is wrestling. And it kind of changed for me for that, because normally I'd be like, okay, wrestling is my first love, but it wasn't. So I just, had to change it. So, anyways, I'll probably explain more about that in another time. But, anyways, please thank y'all for watching. Let's talk about that. Bucks news. And I guess they had the rating for Venom 3. Well, Venom The Last Dance. So we're going to talk about a little bit of Rotten Tomatoes ratings. And because some people got to see it early today. I could have been one of those people that saw it early today, but I didn't get the tickets in time because they were free for members. So yeah, I missed getting the tickets in time, and kind of sucks, but you know what? I'm still going to see Venom The Last Dance this weekend, so just be interesting. Well, I'm going to see it twice because I'm going to see it on Sunday, then I'm going to see it with the wife on Tuesday. So yeah, make it interesting. Anyways, gonna get that out of here. We're gonna talk about this game first. Oh crap! Why I had to do that? Get that right back on there and just talk about the game. God, this happened. So let me refresh this and we can get started because the game's far from over, and I think they're saying you made me look, didn't you? Pictures ain't moving. It's probably me that's moving. But anyways, there we go. 124-109, the final score. The Bucks defeated the Philadelphia 76ers. So it's like the second time that they face each other, the very first game of the season. So last year, the Bucks faced the Sixers at home, which I don't know why I was thinking for the longest time that it was on the road, but it wasn't. It was at home. And I guess because, the different jerseys, because, Bucks was wearing the away jerseys and at home, so, it got a little bit confusing. So kind of the same thing what the Sixers did today, They wear their away jerseys at home. So, yeah, it was kind of weird. So, I did see most of the game, and I was trying to watch it through my phone. I came from, my son's place all the way back to here. So, I did see majority of the game. So, and it looked like the Bucks was going like a little bit like slow in the beginning. Then, it's just the rest of the game. Most of the games, like mainly the second and the third quarter, and I would say a little bit of the fourth quarter they did too until they rest their bench and only rest their starters and just except for Gary Trent Jr. But most likely, some of their players were like, you okay?
I'll get my bracelet.
Want me to try?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you see they play like everybody from their bench, although Only person that made like a difference like in their 2 minutes there was Tyler Smith, the rookie. Which yeah, he didn't do bad for like 2 minutes. So maybe they'll use him more in the near future. We'll see. Um, yeah, the bench they did okay. So we're going to talk about them later. Um, of course, we know Joe Embiid and Paul George did not play, so which is unfortunate because I would like to see teams play at their best. Although we wasn't like totally like fully at our best either because of Chris Middleton being out. So who knows if he's going to play Friday when they go against Chicago. So we will see. Let's look at the quarter status on here. Of course, the first quarter, Philly was up 23-22, so up by 1. So Philly won that quarter. Second quarter, seemed like it was first quarter, Philly scored the least in the first quarter, and so did the Bucks. Second quarter, Milwaukee was up 36-24, so they was on the scoring surge for the second and third quarter. And we'll just get to the third quarter. The most that, either team is the most that they both score, 42-34. And fourth quarter, you got 28-24. Philly was up with the Bucks. Hey, thanks for the like. Yeah. What's your name? Cool Car Videos. Yeah, I'm doing good, and just talking about stuff. So appreciate that you like the stream. Let's see. We're gonna look at the team status for the Bucks and the Sixers. We're gonna start with the Bucks first. Sorry, let me just set this up there so I can do that. The field goal percentage was really not that bad, so I'm a little bit, surprised with the field goal. But 43 of 80 with, might as well say 54% from the field. 3 points were kind of shocking with the numbers, so good, decent numbers. 16-37 with 43.2% from 3, which is pretty good. 22-31 from the free throw was 71%, which is not too bad. And like most of it, was made and missed by Giannis. So of course, only Lopez and Lillard only missed one. Everybody else, is perfect from there. 8 offensive rebounds with a total of 46 rebounds. You had 27 assists, which is something they needed. 4 steals, 9 blocks, which is we'll talk about Brook Lopez and blocking numbers in a bit. So that really helped the team. And they still gotta calm down with the turnovers, but the total of 14 turnovers. Now let's get to the status with the 76ers. 41-98. Might as well say they are 42% from the field, so that's decent for them not having their big two with Joel Embiid and Paul George. They had a bad 3-point percentage with 8 of 31 with nearly, might as well say 26% from 3. So yeah, that's kind of bad for them. 19 of 27 from the free throw, 70.4%. So that's kind of like an average number. They did out rebound the Bucks in offensive rebounds, so the total is 17, with a total of 49 rebounds, and I think they did have more than they did have more by as you saw 2 rebounds, I believe. No, 3 rebounds. Okay. 18 assists, which is kind of bad for them. 4 steals, 2 blocks, and not bad on turnovers, only but 10. Okay, now let's get to the player status. We'll start with the guy that is replacing, Chris Middleton in the start lineup at the moment, Torian Prince.
You did good today, we'll say.
Oh yeah,
We'll give him his dues.
Yeah, it was almost perfect from the field, but just had that one missed shot. But anyway, 16 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 of 5 from 3, and 6 of 7 from the field. So yeah, that's not too bad. Giannis with 25 points, 1 block, 7 assists, so near triple double because he had 14 rebounds. With 1 offensive rebounds, 9 of 16 from the free throw, and 8 of 11 from the field. So, as you see, he didn't attempt any threes. So maybe something different with his repertoire. So he's probably gonna just, stay dominant in the paint. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Brook Lopez with 10 points, tied with the most turnovers with 4. And what a start for him in blocks with 6. And I'm surprised about his passing. So 6 assists. So that's something. 8 rebounds. So a little bit better in rebounding. So hopefully he keeps around that average of 8 rebounds a game. That would be nice. With 1 offensive rebound. 3 or 4 from the free throw. But his shooting... His shooting is not helping anything. 1 of 6 from 3 and 3 of 11 from the field. Maybe he'll do better shooting at home, so we'll see. Damian Lillard led the team, and I think he led the game as well with 30 points. 6 assists, wish it was a little bit more. 9 rebounds, which is not bad, with 3 offensive rebounds. 6 of 7 from the free throw. 6 of 12 from 3, not too bad. And 9 of 19 from the field, which is nice. And Gary Trent Jr. So you see all their starters had at least 10 or more points. But Gary Trent Jr., 11 points with 2 rebounds, perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw, 2 of 5 from 3, and 3 of 6 from the field. So not too bad. Now let's just talk about their bench a little bit. Like I said, it seems like, they didn't play their, bench that much. As you see, AJ Green only played like 4 minutes. Then, yeah, many they focus on like 3 of their players just to play, but only 2 of them at least scored like 8 or more. So, yeah, Bobby Portis led the bench with 16 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. Perfect from the free throw, just 1 attempt and 1 make. Same thing with his 3-point shooting, only 1 of 1. But overall, 7 of 10 from the field. And you have Pat Connaughton, which for once he didn't do too bad. But probably would expect a little bit more, but at least he didn't do too bad. Just got to work on his 3-point shooting. But anyways, he had 9 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. Sadly, 1 of 5 from 3, but 4 of 9 from the field. So that's all we're going to talk about with their bench. Let's go to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers and see how they ranked up. Of course, Andre Drummond took the start from the injured Joel Embiid. He has 10 points. Let's see, 13 rebounds, so a double-double. With 5 offensive rebounds, which is a killer for him. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, so that's saying something. 0-1 from 3 and 4 of 8 from the field. So he really didn't get that much touches, which is a shame. Tyrese Maxey, I'm sorry. Led the team with 25 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 2 of 9 from 3, and 10 of 31 from the field. Oof. And Kelly Oubre Jr. With 21 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 4 of 6 from the free throw, 1 of 6 from 3, and 8 of 18 from the field. Now, of course, their bench did outscore our bench, which, something they might need to address pretty soon. But then again, they only played like looked like they was on an 8-player rotation until, some periods of the quarter and like the rest of the fourth quarter. So, kind of sucks, but something that hopefully they address with. I'm gonna try to say his name right. Gubashan Yabuse. Sorry if I said it wrong. He had 10 points. Did foul out. 3 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds. 1 of 3 from the free throw. 1 of 4 from 3, and 4 of 8 from the field. Caleb Martin. Surprised that he started from the bench or whatever, but I digress. He had 12 points, 1 block, 3 assists, 9 rebounds with 4 offensive rebounds, 2 from the free throw, 0-1 from 3, and 5 of 10 from the field. And he looked like he played most of the game. Wow, 37 minutes. And Kyle Lowry, from the bench with 13 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the free throw, 3 of 5 from 3, and 4 of 7 from the field. And 24 minutes. Then you got Ricky Council, the fourth, with 7 points, 1 rebound, perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 1 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the field. So final score, of course, 124-109. The Bucks beat the 76ers. As y'all see on here, on the regular season series. The next time they play each other, maybe things will be a little bit different. Who knows? It's January 19th, which they come to the Bucks. So they play each other 4 times this year, because I think last season they only played each other like 3 times. So, interesting. So, the February 9th game will be on ABC. We're there in Milwaukee, and the April 3rd game with the 76ers will be on TNT. So, I guess we can go to the let's go to NBA and look at the standings so far. So we're gonna look at that before we move on to like some wrestling stuff.
So, being a little girl, I ran over and grabbed a rag and was trying to help. But he actually shoved me over.
I know it's like kind of too early to say, but I just had to mention it. Right now they got Charlotte Hornets. Like, of course you got a 7-way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7-way tie, including the Bucks for like first. You know how quickly that's going to change in the next few days. Got the Wizards that still haven't played yet, or who? Okay. Brooklyn, Detroit, and all the way down from New York and Toronto. And there are some games I'm surprised that happened, so we'll talk about those other games in a minute. Then there's other games that haven't been settled yet. You got Pelicans and Lakers, both 1-0. Then you got Houston and Minnesota, 0-1. And everybody else, they probably playing, but they didn't finish, their games yet. So let's get to that. Right now you got Memphis and Utah in the third quarter, 64-54. Memphis is leading.
Admirals won 4-2.
Oh, Admirals won? Okay, nice. Phoenix is losing to the Clippers. That's currently on ESPN, 20-18. Almost the end of the first quarter for the Warriors in Portland. They're tied at 18. Pacers and Detroit. Pacers beat Detroit 115 to 109. Then you got Atlanta beating Brooklyn 120 116. Orlando beat Miami. Now that's a shock for you. 116 to 97. Of course, you got the Bucks game. What else? Okay, you got Cleveland defeating Toronto 136 to 106. Charlotte beat Houston 110 to 105. And New Orleans, I don't know what they got right there. It looked like Chicago won. So something they might have screwed up on. So look like right now it's 81 to 80 Chicago over New Orleans. So I don't know why they're pouring to New Orleans unless they made a shot like the last minute. So there'll probably be something on their area. Okay, of course you know the next game the Bucks play would be Chicago against the Bulls in Milwaukee. So their home opener is Friday. So yeah, gonna be a lot to watch this Friday. So kind of interesting. So enough of that. Let's see. There's some interesting wrestling news, and go from there. Might as well just talk about the results of AEW Dynamite. So why not? Let me move the camera back. Let's see. Okay, they hear from Adam Page and whatever. Oh, you got Shelton Benjamin and Sammy Guevara face each other. Shelton Benjamin won. Kyle Fletcher probably talking about why he did what he did to Will Ospreay. Oh, I think he talked about that last week, but yeah, whatever. Brian Cage and Lance Archer versus local talent, which they seemed like they didn't want to name the local talent. At least would have put some names on there. And of course, Cage and Archer did win. Then you had Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho in the ladder match for the ROH title. And wow. Okay, that was unexpected. Chris Jericho won, and for the second time, a Ring of Honor champion. Okay, Adam Cole speaks. Talk about getting his hands on MJF. So you got the House of Black versus Jay Monroe, Kevin Oka, and Parita Dele Mirute. Hopefully I said that right. And the House of Black won, so ain't nothing new. Excuse me. Got Camille versus Queen Atianta. Camille won. Oh yeah, it was her very first match. Interesting. 6-man tag. You got Private Party and Daniel Garcia versus the Elite. And Daniel Garcia and Private Party won. Oh, I thought they was gonna have the Elite win. So that's something different.
What?
Oh, then I guess that match was the main event. Then you had a little bit of segment of John Moxley and stuff. I guess they ended up jumping Chuck Taylor. So, yep, that was it for that one. So let's just see if there's like more wrestling news before we end up moving on.
Of October 1966.
I guess we can talk about this because we already know about this incident already with
Just beginning my sophomore year of high school.
WWE TKO Vince and Linda McMahon faced sexual assault lawsuit from the former Ring Boys, which they was talking about in the
in that biography.
yeah,
thing,
for
wasn't it?
McMahon, yeah. So, like, I understand they suing Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon, but I don't know why Linda McMahon, unless she knew something about it.
She was
And then,
co-owner. So
yeah,
that stops here, basically.
yeah, true. Although, you know, they had to sue WWE and of course, the parent company TKO,
But she made Mr. Allen promise to
which,
get
you
us
know,
back
Vince
by
did, you know, own WWE, but
so I can take my youngest siblings trick or treating.
so if
And if
I,
they were informed about what was going on and did nothing about it, then it's even more of a thing.
It's like a 6-hour drive. But he loved race car driving. When we got to Riverside, it was still morning.
okay, so law firm Duiso Leavitt and Murphy Falcon and Murphy filed a lawsuit on behalf of the 5 anonymous clients who are accusing former ring announcer Mel Phillips of sexual abuse against minors.
Racing, revving motors and things all around us. It was
Okay.
stinky.
Firm did a press release.
I remember my ears hurt. It was so loud.
Okay, according to the lawsuit, Phillips, who died in 2012, groomed and sexually assaulted the children, with both Vince and Linda McMahon said to be aware of what's occurring but did not act to stop it. So yeah, kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and
Well, you know, with everything that's, you know, gone on and everything with them,
right.
those ones who, the ring boys, deserve their day. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, I'm waking up.
And like better late than never.
David still laying on the couch asleep.
Actually, what's other news?
Is he coming? And Mr. Allen's going on.
We was talking about the little bit the
So we
lawsuit.
left him there in the motel room. We jumped in the car and I remember that he had his hand down my pedal pushers. It wasn't 2 minutes before we were at the college. It was a Riverside College. It was
Like, sorry guys, I'm like a little bit quiet, but I'm just trying to look at like anything interesting to talk about. Which there's times there isn't interesting things to talk about, and sometimes there is.
I know what you can talk about.
What, wrestling?
Hello, it's me. I'm just joking. I'm looking at recipes for different things for Christmas and stuff. Found a couple of good recipes, but yeah.
Sometime in the afternoon.
Should be interesting. Let's see.
I don't remember anything till early in the morning, and I sort of have.
Okay, NXT. Don't need to talk about that. Y'all probably saw it. Christy Hemme rejoins TNA in the backstage role. So
Mr. Allen's car.
I wonder what that backstage role is. So let's see.
He wanted to get out of there as quick as possible.
When we left, like not even a minute or so later, I remember seeing flashing cop lights and flashlights.
With TNA marquee event bound for glory take place in Detroit, Michigan this weekend. Promotion is straining its relationship with some of the old friends. So, longtime TNA star Sami Callihan recently revealed that he wouldn't be going anywhere, taking on both wrestling and behind-the-scenes role with the promotion. Oh, didn't know all that. Now, another name from TNA's past returning to fall after nearly 10 years.
He said that he had this pregnancy conversation with Lee Allen. It was right after the late
See, former TNA knockout Christy Hemme abetted in a backstage role only. So she'll be taking the role of TNA's head of marketing, with TNA's talent being informed of the news earlier today. So, yeah, why not? You can get the people that, you know, that experience, you know, being in front of people and all that stuff. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. And, of course, no problem with it. And, plus, she was more, you know, involved with backstage stuff before she left, too. So, you know, what you doing down there?
Is it baby girl?
Yeah, I ain't
It's the jump off the
I
bed.
ain't seen jump either.
Hello, little girl. Are you come to help Daddy with this show? Hi. Hi, sweet cheeks.
That's kind of interesting, but of course it's cool. And like you have people like experiences with joining like the companies like backstage stuff. So pretty good. Let's see, anything else?
With James, we finally got a good, solid.
Of course, y'all probably already heard about Samantha Irvin leaving WWE. So the only little bit more information we got about, that situation, that it seems like she's gonna be focusing more on singing, like a singing
She's got
career.
a good
Then
voice too,
Oh, yeah.
so I mean that's totally understandable.
Exactly. So if she's just going to like doing her singing career, great. That's cool.
Y'all might be taking, AJ might be taking that after hour thing a little bit too far. Inviting people into your bedroom like that, guys. You should be selling this stuff.
Oh God. Only you will think of that.
Time Blind Music presents WFSO After Dark.
Well, that's what it's called, but I don't think we're trying to go that far. Wrestlers who can't stand it. Excuse me. I guess we'll look at this last one, then we'll go talk about Venom: The Last Dance. But wrestlers who can't stand Vince McMahon. Let's see.
And he kept staring. I'm getting what I would call beagle. You could feel the anger building. And I'm trying to be low key about the whole thing, but no one.
Of course, Bruno Sammartino, so they ain't nothing new. But they reconciled before he died and put him in the Hall of Fame. Gail Kim,
They go to the refrigerator and they open it. In the freezer.
While it's unclear wherever he actually likes women, former WWE star and TNA Hall of Famer Gail Kim wholeheartedly believes that McMahon does not like women's wrestling.
The policeman, they had received.
She believes that the whole
They got this
Give Divas a Chance moment that started in the 2010s was only green light lit because McMahon was given no other choice.
But no hard evidence.
Baby, that's true.
We came away a little depressed. I thought we would find more. But
Oh, she apologized for her comments about WWE being racist after receiving criticism. People have their opinion on certain things, and
Killings, but at
My
that
thing is, I
time,
think
I was in New York.
people should be entitled to say how they feel about certain things.
Frank.
And
Thought he was great.
you know,
He lived
if that's what they believe about a certain thing, that's what they believe about a certain thing. I believe that
to get
WWE is racist,
6 weeks after I turned 16.
especially when it was under the rule of Vince McMahon.
We moved to a
I think now things are slowly starting to get better,
When
but it's going to take a while.
murders happened. It was 3,000 miles away from me, so
yeah, exactly.
didn't give it a whole lot.
John
of
Moxley,
thought.
aka D. Ambrose, which I'm not surprised.
Connie and I had moved on with our lives. As soon as I graduated from high school, I was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So I joined a band and went on the road playing.
His run-ins with Vince McMahon were very small, button heads overcreated.
I found him tucked behind the air fryer.
I got married, had kids. Sometimes I would get phone calls. from Mr.
That's
Al,
good. That's why I left him out, because I
he
thought
wanted
you
me to come
probably
back
would want
to
some of those.
California.
Why didn't he?
One time in
Yes.
72, I
They just
flew
popped
back.
some
Okay,
in my
they ain't
bag
nothing
for
new.
me.
Okay.
She called Mr. Allen and told him.
Well,
I was
Goldberg back
overseas.
then, we can understand, but I don't think he has, that.
Happy to see him. I told him I thought
I don't know, but probably back then he probably was, didn't like Vince McMahon, but
he was on her porch.
the way they built him up for his run and whatever, his second run in WWE,
My daughter actually
I don't think he has ill will against Vince now, but
was right. And I said, yeah, L.E.E.
we just know about, his first stint in WWE, and, he was just tearing them up to shreds and stuff like that, and
He
Yeah.
wished I'd stay, but I said, no, I have to go back. I have a husband, I have a house.
So as you said, their relationship was mended in 2016 when he returned to WWE for the most decorated period of his run. So he did win the Universal Championship twice, inducted in the Hall of Fame, redid his feud with the Brock Lesnar, which was very good feud. Like, Brock Lesnar couldn't beat him until, finally he did at WrestleMania at one point. So yeah, things, got better for him. And of course, we ain't gonna forget about this guy, Ryback, another person that hates Vince McMahon. So let's see what his issue really is. Okay. Since his WWE exit in 2016, Ryback has taken shots at McMahon and the company. One notable example came during the Q&A on Twitter, where Ryback claimed the world would be a better place when McMahon dies. While McMahon hasn't died, at least at the time of writing, the number of family members and Ryback had managed to find a way into being the topic of conversation in these stories. Oh wow. He eventually called McMahon's late mother a whore.
Wow. That Ryback?
Yeah.
He's got quite a following on TikTok.
Yeah. But
he's not nice.
Right. He later apologized talking about, Vince McMahon's mother. So, okay, of course he was, debating, legal battle with WWE for his trademark, which he did change his real name from Ryan Reeves to Ryback Reeves. Well, the Ultimate Warrior kind of did that too, and it's crazy. But a guy it's just funny because I think all y'all probably seen this, but when he was on X, he told everybody, like, where should I return to? You got, of course you got TNA, you got WWE, you got AEW, then you got just retired. So majority of everybody picked just retired. And he tried to do it again with the same thing. And of course the same results were just retired. So it seems like he does have a following, but there are fans out there that does not like Ryback.
Well, and the thing is, I've noticed this on the Ryback TikTok thing. He does a lot of battles with people, which is where you get people to give you gifts and everything, and get as many likes as you can and all this lot. But the other time when he's doing his TikToks, it's basically, let's slam WWE, let's slam everybody who's involved in that company. And it's really bitter. It's a really bitter, shows that he does.
Right.
And it's quite, to me, it's quite sad because a lot of the people who are following him on there are genuine wrestling fans who, and when they are, at times they'll ask him, who's your favorite match against? And he at times he won't answer it. He's like, well, that's a part of my past that I don't want to deal with. No, but you're going on TikTok under your wrestling name.
Mm-hmm.
So where is it in your past? Or when he does answer it, he'll then respond with, well, you know what, fuck that person now because they're this, this, and that. And it's like, dude, come on now. People want to hear stories. And then there's a lot of people who follow him who hate Vince just as much as, you know what I mean?
Right.
As he does.
Exactly.
It really is a hatred-filled thing. Let me see if I can...
Right, because it's like one of those things is like, you just gotta move on.
Right.
Because there's some reason that the other companies ain't picking you up.
Right, and I think a lot of them are seeing what he says about people on TikTok. and the vast amount of people who follow him. Let me bring him up. And I don't think they want that heat either. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Notes, tapes. I had to move out of my apartment.
Which you can't blame them.
Right.
Myself out of my apartment. So eventually, I found out that after he came out,
Yeah, he's got 3.6 million followers.
across the street in my orange.
That's on his TikTok?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you can see the window. He's decorating the window.
Let's see if he's I haven't gone to his page in a long time. Oh, now he's doing Subway vs. Jersey Mike's.
Where the heck did he go? Well, around the corner comes Eddie.
He's doing.
Right up. Leans over.
See, this is new.
I go to visit his boss, and I say, you know, we're looking into this guy, and he's awfully interesting. Here's my phone number. After that, every Friday,
Yeah, he's changed a lot of his content now.
hang up. The phone rang. One night, I came home.
I wonder if somebody has said something to him.
Somebody has climbed on my balcony.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I swear it's him. And then he's gone. Next night, I go down, both my tires are slashed.
Yeah, he.
Because a lot, as I say,
On
a lot of his stuff was bad.
it was. I really get focused.
So yeah, he really did change.
Yeah,
A lot.
as I say.
It took me 15 years to write a book. People like the Chronicle. They had no idea. I don't think they had thought it was going to do it.
Got banned from going live on there.
But when the book's out,
Okay.
Oh wow.
just set the city on fire. 7 weeks bestseller. And this is later, Robert Grace, author of the book Zodiac. The publisher.
Yeah, see,
Do I have any copies of my book?
this is a lot of things that he wasn't doing before. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of his stuff was just purely attack. And as I say, I unfollowed him. I want to say about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just like continuous. But I wonder if he's trying to get work with other feds now, and they're saying, look, you got to clean up your
Clean up your
act.
act. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're going to get you.
Proved me out to be.
Right, and I'm glad you pointed that out because like I don't think I follow him on TikTok or anything like that. But if y'all get a chance, you'll probably will see the same thing too as we just did. So
Yeah,
you wanna...
as I say, I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. His content has gone now from being extremely angry at the wrestling world to like he had up there footage of some of his matches and stuff, which is great. That's what you want to see.
Right.
You know, so to me, I wonder if it was the anger that he had at the different feds that he was working for, just like, I gotta get it out, I gotta get it out, I gotta get it out,
Right.
and then, you know, now it's like, okay, let's celebrate what I was doing for wrestling, and like the trying different foods and stuff, and because that was part of his gimmick, weren't it? Feed me more. So, you know, so power to him. If he's changed it around that way, then I'm glad. Because it is good to go to certain wrestlers' pages when it's their official page, and see if they've got wrestling matches posted.
Right.
You know, and see some of those old things.
Yeah, it'd be good to go back to watching some of their matches and like you said, like reminisce about it. The next person that got on this list is Paul London. I really don't know why, but let's just see what they talking about. London's main issue with former WWE chairman has received more publicity in the wake of Janet Grant's sex trafficking lawsuit against McMahon and the company. The issue is questioned is WWE officials ignoring the alleged rape of Ashley Mazzario. The manager of London and Brian Kendrick. Oh yeah, she was their manager.
without a make bomb, similar to the one in the Zodiac letter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we know about what happened about it, and of course, McMahon just told her to keep quiet about it, as it making the company look bad. So London recalled Ashley being harassed by McMahon and former WWE producer Kevin Dunn. I never liked Kevin Dunn. I never did. Claiming they pressure her into flying the company's jet with them and banging on her hotel room door at all the hours of the morning. London isn't surprised by the stories that have been released about McMahon in the years since, and has slammed people for protecting them. Well, yeah, he all in his rights. And okay, Eric Young, I can understand why he wouldn't like Vince McMahon, just the way that they treated him. Like when he was like in NXT, like when under Triple H's watch, he was doing pretty good. And plus, had his own group. Then he then joined them again, and they really didn't use him. So yeah, like I said, Young was brought back in WWE in 2022 after McMahon retired to wake of Wall Street, airing out his very expensive dirty laundry. But Young requested his release from WWE after Vince McMahon returned, and started making creative decisions again. So yeah, and he said he admitted that the main reason he left WWE was because he didn't want to work for Vince McMahon, which I don't blame him. And plus, it's like they really didn't, do nothing with Eric Young when he up to the main roster. I'm like, you had this talent of Eric Young, and you're not using him or having him work on something. It's just crazy. In 2024, he revealed that WWE made him sign a NDA after his release for reasons he can't legally talk about. Of course, with Bret Hart with the Montreal school job, and they were okay, afterwards, but yeah, it's just like he still really didn't, just all the stuff that's just been coming out about Vince McMahon is just like, he was like Vince McMahon, kind of went for a new low.
I think a lot of wrestlers who left WWE under awkward circumstances, shall we say, are feeling awfully vindicated right now. Because a lot of, let's be honest, say China had been alive, what stories would she have to tell?
Exactly.
Because you can't tell me that shit went down that did not lead to her drug and drinking. We already know how that family treated her. When Hunter went with Stephanie.
Yep.
I'll talk to you, but not to him.
We saw how they treated her, how they ostracized her and everything.
Right.
Come on in.
And we watched her literally crumble and fail while people around her used and used and used. And she was so desperate looking for the love that she so richly deserved.
Right.
But it would not surprise me in the slightest, had she still been alive, that we would hear stories.
But I did get
Yeah, that would have been something. She was still alive then. Yeah, we would have heard a lot. But maybe the family would maybe come out if she told the family what was going on.
Do you know what? What's his name? Who she dated from
X-Pac.
X-Pac. I think he knows more than what he's ever told.
he had on these big boots.
He probably
You know what I
can't.
mean?
Yeah, he probably can't say anything just yet.
Right.
Then his bed.
Maybe sometime in the near future and stuff like that. But we'll see.
And I just started talking.
Okay, another person that doesn't like Vince McMahon, Nails.
And
I know some about him, and he was like, he was a convict. Not like a real convict, but he was playing like a gimmick. His gimmick was a convict.
Oh, I thought you were on about Donald Trump's time in WWE when you're talking about convicts. My bad.
But let's see what was his reason for not liking Vince McMahon. He was released from WWE in 1992 after a confrontation with Vince McMahon over pay. According to multiple sources, including Bret Hart and Bruce Pritchard, Nails burst into McMahon's office, cornered him, and yelled at him for 15 minutes. Nails then knocked Mr. McMahon out of his chair and strangled him, leaving multiple WWE officials separating the two. Nails was gone from the company by the end of the day. Multiple legal battles between Nails and WWE were filed, including wrongful termination lawsuit as a former WWE star claimed that McMahon tried to sexually assault and make an advance on him.
Damn.
Oh wow, which led to their infamous altercation. However, the most notable story saw the former WWE star accuse McMahon of telling him to take steroids, which resulted in him being a witness to the 1994 steroid trial. Okay, of course, Nick cross-examined him, and when he took a stand to ask him if he had any personal animosity towards McMahon, which he said no, then was asked if he hated Vince McMahon, which he said yes, which ended up working in his, McMahon's favor, playing part of him, being not guilty. Years later, Nails claimed that he was forced to testify in the trial, even though he got paid for taking the stand. He told the partner, he hasn't. Of course, he wants nothing to do with McMahon, but yeah, it seems like there's all the people that don't like McMahon, but there's probably gonna be more to come.
I think we haven't even begun to hit what went on up within WWE.
Exactly. But it'll be something, so stay tuned for that.
Because Rebby Hardy said she would never go back to WWE with Vince there. And because of a couple of other people who were there as well.
Oh, a couple other people?
Uh-huh.
Probably some of the it was some of the women wrestlers that didn't.
No, she's done, the women wrestler side of it is a different story. I'm on about Vince's people.
Oh, his people, okay.
I'd have to go way back in her videos to find.
So I think most of his people, especially Kevin Dunn, is gone. Maybe John Laurinaitis was another. He's gone. And I think we already talked about this like a few weeks ago about Nikki and Bree's mom divorcing them. So I know we talked about that.
That was just a matter of time.
Right. When the
Especially when all that came out.
Exactly. So we're gonna talk about wrestling, and we're gonna talk about some comic book news. Let's see. Some people got to see Venom: The Last Dance today, because certain theaters had like a free, for members and stuff like that. You can see it for free or something like that today. I know Marcus Theaters did have it. I think there were some other theaters that had it too, and plus certain places it was released. Critics aren't bonded with Venom: The Last Dance. The first reviews are in for the third and final installment. Let's see. They said they range between better than Venom, Let There Be Carnage, to as bad as Madam Web. Oh wow. Oh wow. But on review, a greater website, Rotten Tomatoes, Venom 3 far better than the last two Marvel-based Sony movies. Sci-fi road trip buddy comedy debut with 40% in Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. So, yeah, that's not good. So, Venom 3 did better than the first Venom, which they rated that one 30%. 2022 Morbius they did that 15%, and earlier this year's Madam Web, which is 11%. Ouch. The Andy Serkis directed Venom Let Them Be Carnage holds the best score out of the three, which was still riding at 57%. Wow. So it'll be interesting what numbers he'll do. I think I'm pretty sure that they might do good, and because they said Venom do good overseas too, so maybe it'll probably be the overseas money that probably will
I
do
know
some
I've
good.
got a couple of friends who are supposed to be going to see Venom in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going tomorrow.
Okay. Let's see.
Apparently there's a limited release tomorrow over there before its main release.
Yeah. See, Robert Ebert, longtime Chicago critic,
At the Atascadero State Hospital. And Lee Allen was my mom's.
Oh, okay. They said the third Venom made a mistake of deviating from what worked for the previous two films, particularly the second movie in the franchise, and the best of them all was the second one. It grind to a halt and stops being a Venom movie in favor of dull developments in underground, at an underground lab far between the surface of Area 51. Okay.
It was 91. I was 40, I think.
Yeah, Empire, yeah, it seems like they're not in favor of this movie either. Well, with Robert Ebert, it was like in between, but was disappointed. But
Saying he wasn't the Zodiac.
That's ridiculous.
yeah, Empire didn't like it. Let's see what Associated Press was thinking about it.
Probably isn't real, and it's one of those false suspect things.
Bringing a typical comic book style doomsday plot is about the last thing a Venom movie needs.
No way in hell it could be him, and he'd be able to laugh about it, and he'd talk in the future. And
He's just a nice man. He was my hero. I dearly loved him.
I think there probably is a Zodiac still out there, and he just laughing himself to death.
I got a hold of Mama and got his phone number.
Yeah, there seems like Associated Press is in between, and
He said it'd been years. So I drove down to Vallejo to his basement room. That's when we reconnected. He was real happy to see me. And I gave him a big hug. I told him in no uncertain terms.
well, okay, they seem like they gave
I don't think anything like that of you.
Tom Hardy the credit on IndieWire, but
He told me he was on dialysis.
I guess they were just saying that
He goes, I need to ask you something. And
it's kind of said that it was kind of like a hit and miss too. Let's see, Hollywood Reporter.
we're okay. And I said, oh, I'm as okay as I am, and get along. And he seemed really,
The only thing that really matters on the way there is if
and he nods his head.
affectionately Chucky rabbit between Eddie and Venom.
I just thought he was talking about all the medicine.
Okay, they got more comfortable with each other's skin over the year they've been together.
His medicine.
The action is bigger, louder, and at times messier
Give me his cell phone.
than
So we hooked
than
up
that is on the processors, but this is also the
clearly.
cutest
It was a beautiful day.
of the three movies. So Hollywood Reporter, it seems like they're okay with it.
He was teaching me knots.
It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like 90 minutes long before the closing credits. Yeah, because they did mention that this is going to be like a short movie,
It's just him and me.
like shorter than the
We were sitting there.
last two.
I don't know why. I asked him if he was a Zodiac.
So okay, they talking about
That's when he told me if he told me that he would have to kill me.
kind of talk about the story, and
And I laughed.
yeah, so my would say is like mainly like mixed reviews on it. So although me and the missus here are going to see it Tuesday, I'm actually going to see it Sunday just to just show a little support, because I did like the only reason I had a problem with the second one is like I think Carnage should kept on continuing as the Venom, but if they try to make it the third one like bigger than that one, then I can kind of understand why Carnage was ended up being killed off in the second one. So we'll see what happens, and maybe this will, because there's rumors out there, although this is the end of the trilogy, but it may not be the end of Venom. So we'll see how Sony, does something. But a lot of people, don't like what the Spider-Man universe that Sony is doing, which I can understand. But I enjoy like every single thing that Sony has done. I guess it's just me, just my opinion, but I really didn't have no complaints to any of the Spider-Man universe movies so far. But only time will tell, and we'll see. But guys, that would be pretty much it that we're gonna talk about today. For you guys that's watching on Twitch and plus ones that's watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitch for like more live shows and episodes and stuff like that. So please follow us and share the share the channel. You guys that's watching on YouTube, like I said, I always appreciate y'all watching. Like the video, which I do not like the likes that y'all gave me today for the live. And hopefully y'all can do the same thing when y'all watching this on the pre-recorded episode. Please like, subscribe, and you like content like this, talk about the topics that we was talking about and other stuff like developments going on around Milwaukee, you will like this channel. Just a couple of program notes before we talk about our sponsor and website. Tomorrow you get a new episode of WFSO exclusive. So you get a chance, you're interested in some wrestling action, check that out. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. So you get a chance, check that out. Friday, I will do a preview about talking about Bound for Glory that's going to be on this Saturday. So it's probably going to be, I'm going to try to see if I can do it at the wrestling, or it'll probably be the morning of the pay-per-view. So maybe that. But Saturday also, we're going to do my predictions on WWE, well, I might say NXT's Halloween Havoc, which is going to be on Sunday. So yeah, 2 pay-per-views this coming weekend. Well, pay-per-view and the PLE event. So for the people that's going to be wrestling like in NXT, so that's going to be on TNA. So I know they're going to have to go back and forth if they're on the card for Halloween Havoc. But of course, they probably will make it work, but we'll see. But yeah, just a couple of program notes. And because Sunday, of course, is WFSO Aftermath. We will do, an episode. It ain't going to be right after Halloween Havoc, but it'll be like an hour later, at its regular time. 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. So we'll talk about the results of Halloween Havoc and the results of Bound for Glory. And just whatever comic book, movie, TV news. Maybe we'll get the numbers with what happened with the first weekend of Venom. So we'll see. And plus, I probably would do my movie review beforehand, and I will just talk about more about that on Aftermath 2 on Sunday. And see, there's like other stuff like Bucks can talk about. And speaking of which, also like after talking about Bound for Glory and stuff, the prediction, we will talk about the Bucks and Bulls game. So we will talk about that on Friday too. And I think there's probably some more games going on like the weekend too with the Bucks. So probably have opportunity to talk about that if it lands on a Sunday. So we'll see. Anyways, thank our sponsor, Toy Dimension. More information on them. If you're interested in like collecting, comic books, Funko Pops, and collectibles and figures and stuff like that, including some WWE figures. So y'all interested in that? Check them out on Facebook, and if you're in Milwaukee area, check them out. 5925 West North Avenue. They're open from Monday through Saturday. So you get a chance, check them out. And once again, guys, thank you for watching. Until the next video, you guys will have a good one. And if there's anything like coming up like tomorrow about like any news and stuff like that during the week, we will catch on that during the week as well. So thank you very much, and until the next video, thank you guys very much for watching, and thanks to our loyal subscribers as well. See you later.